With the recent announcements and release of Watch Dogs 1 year after its original release date, and the announcement of Drive Club coming out in October, again 1 year after its release date, it looks like developers just weren't ready for the next consoles. Games were coming out, being developed. Watch Dogs has apparently been developed since 2010, and Drive Club exactly the same, and yet they're still not ready, apparently. I don't really care that they're not ready, or like what quality they're in. If you've announced it in 2010, or you started development then, release it. You've been working on it for 3 years, and yet if you're not ready now, then why aren't you ready now? What's your excuse? Watch Dogs doesn't seem to have actually had a realistic reason why they needed an extra year.
The point is, like, what some developers might argue is, we want to announce the game early in the development so that we can gather feedback from the community, so that we can shape the game into what people expect it to be. Because with something like Watch Dogs, like, some people might expect it to be one thing, but like the developers might have had a totally different vision. So if you announce it like really late in the development cycle, then people are gonna like be thinking, oh, it's gonna be like this, and you'll be like, well, actually, this is what we've got. This is what we've got, and we've done it really far. So this is what you're going to get. And people might not want people might not have shared the vision of the developers. Now, the point still stands that if you're delaying games, either announce them further ahead in time. So, for example, if you're expecting to release the game in November 2014, say like March 2015. And then, like, bring it forward. Don't delay it, because all you're doing is killing the hype for the game. Because if you're just saying, oh, it's going to be out, like, next year. Oh, it's going to be out in another 6 months. Oh, it's going to be out then. It's just, people just get fed up. People don't want to hear it. Especially when you ruin the surprise. Whereas if you, say, announce one game, and then, like, release it very quickly after the announcement, the game is still fresh in people's minds, and people are going to buy it because they're intrigued.
One of the biggest sins, as far as I'm concerned, in this kind of in this topic is Arkham Knight, which we only found out about maybe 3 months back, and they did the initial trailer, and they then did a gameplay trailer a couple of weeks back,
gameplay,
and then they've gone, oh, hang on a minute, we're actually not going to release it this year, it's going to come out in 2015. So all of this stuff that we've shown you was absolutely pointless, because you were like pre-ordering for it in April, you're really hyped about it, you're really excited because you played City, you played Asylum, you played Origins, and we're just going to slap it back in your face, basically, because we've just shown you all this stuff to get you excited, and now we've decided, oh, no, we're going to hold it back now. Like, no. Announce it, right, in a game like that, where you do not need to shape it round the community, because you know what the community wants, because you've given it to them.
Because you're rock steady, you know everything.
Yes, so just tell us when it's ready.
Exactly.
Do a Mirror's Edge 2, right, like EA did, and say, coming when it's ready. Do not just randomly
pick out dates that you can't keep.
Oh yes, we need to in March. Just randomly announce the game, and then we're going to disappoint people.
Optimization because the PC didn't run well. It's like, well, don't tell us this. We don't. What we care about, we don't want like literally a live feed. We're not like buying. We're not like It's not an early access game. You're not an indie developer. You're a AAA title.
One of the things that comes to mind for me is I've been following the development of a game called Kingdom Come, which was crowdfunded, and it's a medieval RPG which is supposed to come out at the end of 2015. However, there's been very big updates and video things for people to watch, and there's been a lot of talk, a lot of letters to community, a lot of updates to the website on specifically what they're doing. But this is a crowdfunded game. This is a game where people want to know that their money's being used. These are funded by massive studios.
Exactly. Yeah, not something where people like Mirror's Edge 2, for example, is like an example because it's a cult game. Mirror's Edge. I mean, they released it in 2008, and people have been expecting for a sequel, and EA have just been kind of on off about it. They didn't dismiss the idea, but they never confirmed it either. So it just really annoyed people. I mean, delaying games in order to fix problems that may have occurred, or optimizing the game, or for whatever reason, it's fine. Like Far Cry 3, for example, I didn't mind that was delayed to September because it turned out to be a fantastic game. I wouldn't have wanted a half-finished game just so that they have to stick to a release date, or overworking the developers so that, you know, they're working in unfair conditions, because this is a known problem with games developers. They work in overtime.
But the main summary of the point is that if you look at these games, you've got Arkham Knight, Quantum Break, The Order 1886, Dying Light, The Evil Within, Watch Dogs, Drive Club, and Rainbow Six Patriots.
Yeah, which I don't even... Does it even exist? Like, how long has this game been said yes, no to? We don't know what's going on, so...
All of these games should not have been announced when they were announced. For whatever reason, right? You need to announce it
when you've actually got something to announce.
Yes. Like, don't punish the community and make them angry with you.
Yeah, don't just show a trailer. Like, come out with something that you've got. Like, for example, Grid Autosport got it perfect. They announced it, and then they just went, okay, June. Like, they gave us updates.
Basically, let us know in the comments if there's any games that you've been annoyed with when they've been delayed.